Well, everyone, welcome to the new year. I hope it's a lot warmer than mine because as of the time I'm writing this script, Southeast Michigan is being buried in snow. It's cold outside and I need a warming. And there's no better way to spend time indoors away from people in the world than by reading a good webcomic. If you were to ask me what my favorite genre of comic is, I would probably answer slice of life. Truthfully, I don't have a favorite genre of anything. I just enjoy what I enjoy and avoid what I don't. But when I'm bored, sick, or upset, I often reach for a slice of life comic. And because I read and come across so many of them and are often conjuring up and working on larger projects, and it's fucking... oh, they take a lot of time. I asked my Discord server if they would like a new series of bite-sized videos spotlighting wholesome webcomics. This series isn't as big as other projects like Saga and great manga, and I want for it to be as comfy, cozy, and sweet as the comics I showcase. Plus, these videos may or may not be more filler content while I consume and research more media for more videos. God, I can't wait to watch that live-action House Husband adaptation. So, to bring in a new year and start this series, I want to recommend a comic about one of my favorite things: doggos. And I just want to display this adorable jewel icon on the side of the screen of this video. You're probably going to be hearing her a lot in this video. Thanks again, Jill, for making this, because that's exactly the reason why I had it made. You often hear her in the background, and this video is not going to be an exception. Hey Buddy is a comic strip that began in 2019, written and illustrated by the duo James and Kay. The comic illustrates the mind of Buddy, the goodest boy who loves his human, and Buddy's human who loves Buddy. So you could probably already sense my bias and tell why I adore this comic. I've had Jules since she was a puppy. We've been together for 10 years. Reading this comic gives me the warm fuzzies because it reminds me of how much I love Jewel and the bond I have with her. Part of what makes Hey Buddy so great... ooh. You good there? Part of what makes Hey Buddy so great is how it captures that special bond and love between a human and their best furry friend. Buddy is illustrated to showcase the common and comical thoughts we humans sometimes think goes through our doggos' heads. Because of this, Buddy could easily be your dog. He's silly, thoughtful, energetic, and, well, he's very loving. Every strip I connect to in some way. Every one I find funny and charming, and I sometimes send these strips to people who don't have dogs or aren't dog people, and even they can appreciate the humor of this comic. And maybe because they understand people like me who are in love with my own good girl, and when reading this comic they see us in our daily lives. Also, shout out to this comic for showcasing issues like climate change, poverty, depression, and loneliness in humorous ways. If I were a dog, I too would bark at climate change. I do think you have to be a dog's human in order to fully connect with Hey Buddy, but it's a comic that anyone can appreciate and enjoy while reading it. Remember, this comic started in late 2019, and you can read it all in 20 to 30 minutes on Instagram, which is where I highly recommend you reading it because the website's pretty goddamn awful. It's really bland and ugly. It lacks a button to take you at the start of the strip, and it doesn't even have an archive. This thing just needs a huge overhaul. I'm sorry, but this is just an awful website. So look, I know I said I want to make these videos wholesome and sweet like the comic I'm talking about, but as of the time I'm working on this video, I really need to vent for a bit. So if you don't want to hear about topics like the death of loved ones and other issues that I face as Jules human, then please stop here and go check out Hey Buddy. But if you want to stick around and allow me to let out my emotions and advocate for fair treatment of doggos while doing so, then thank you. So I really can't talk about Hey Buddy without bringing up how it makes me cry, and right now I need this comic more than goddamn ever. Jewel isn't my first dog. Before I was born, my parents had two dogs, Kane and Jazz. They were Rots mixed with German Shepherds, and both died from cancer. It really hurt them to be alive. Jazz had cancer in his leg, and it got to the point where he couldn't walk anymore, while Kane had it in his jaw, and he suffered so much he was asking to be put down. Last week, as of the time I'm recording this video, it was on Friday, January 22nd, 2021, I found a lump on Jewel's head. I took her to the vet this Monday, January 25th, and ordered a test, and waiting for the results just kind of fucking broke me. Jewel is 10 and she has arthritis. And when she was diagnosed with early onset arthritis, that wasn't a shock to find out. The average lifespan of boxers is 10 years, and arthritis is usually how they go. We found out about it midsummer 2020, and her leg is getting slightly worse. It's stiffer when she walks, and sometimes it's harder for her to stand up. Right now, she's super playful and energetic because she just wants to get out and play and have pets, and we just got back in from a walk. So the arthritis is clearly not painful to her because she's acting as herself. If she was in pain, she wouldn't be acting the way she is right now. You wouldn't hear her in the background right now. And as much as I try to shorten her walks and give her legs a break, she gets really pissed at me, and she looks at me and she goes, "You are not taking me back to that car. We are going to walk. We are going to walk some more, and you are not taking me back to that goddamn car," because I have not done watching yet. So on Monday, after we left the vet, I was just so much more depressed than I already have been this month. I've already made my peace with having to put her down because she's that age, and I don't want her to suffer. I really don't want her to suffer like Kane and Jazz did. I know that every wanted thing has to die at some point, but that feeling of the 3 more years I was hoping for being shortened to 3 more months just really broke me, and I was already in a dreadful state, and I still kind of am. Thankfully, the following day we got the results back, and it turns out that it isn't cancer, but it is a non-cancerous tumor. And thankfully, while it isn't cancer, there's still a 50-50 chance that this tumor may grow and it may hurt her. And if it does, we're going to sadly have to get her put down because we cannot afford the surgery to have it removed. So that sad truth of me probably only having a couple more months with Jewel still stands. But for right now, I'm just so happy and relieved that what this isn't cancer, and it may or may not get bigger. While it hurts that we can't save her life, I often think about Kane and Jazz and how I would sometimes miss school to go to their vet appointments as a child. They had several surgeries, diets, vet visits, medications, and they still suffered. And I don't want Jewel to suffer like they did. I am so glad this isn't cancer, and I'm now focusing more on her diet and the arthritis, and I'll do everything I can to give her a good rest of her life, but even doing that is so fucking hard. It isn't because of money or medications. I can afford those. It's because Jewel is a boxer. BSL stands for breed specific, like fuck off with that word. I'm not fucking saying it because fuck BSL. It's basically the bullshit doublespeak term for breed discrimination laws. Basically, these bullshit motherfucking laws allow people like landlords to legally discriminate against breeds of dogs that have been deemed to be dangerous. Jewel is one of those dogs because fucking assholes have stolen and bred pit bulls for dog fighting. Thankfully, these dogs are being rescued, treated, and have found good homes, but the progress is slow, and these motherfucking monsters need to be either put out of their misery or brought to justice, but I really don't think people like that deserve to fucking live after what they did to these animals. So you can probably tell that I'm really fucking pissed right now, and I am beyond fucking pissed. I'm pissed off at these laws, and I'm pissed off at fucking America because I'm basically being told that I can't be with Jewel. I'm in between households, no place to lay one's head, trying to get away from a toxic motherfucking family member who's trying to ruin my life because she's a crazy fucking Aunt Karen, and I have to leave Jewel at this god-awful, hateful place, and I hate it. I can't stand it. I can't stand spending so much time away from her in a place that I don't trust, where I often am scared that she's going to get hurt. And I've been trying to find housing for us for years, but it's been near impossible because BSL prevents that. I've thankfully found one apartment willing to take us recently, but being back in school has made that pretty difficult. And right now I'm just kind of counting down the days when I can leave this fucking state and these fucking hateful ass people and be with Jewel in peace. But even when I leave, BSL still stands in the way, and it's going to be just as difficult finding a home for Jewel and me depending on which campus I'm going to be studying at when I leave for college. Basically, BSL is preventing me from living the rest of Jewel's life with her, and with everything everything going on with her, the arthritis, the tumor. It's like being told, hey, your best friend is a fucking monster and I'm glad she's dying because that's all she is. And fuck you for having feelings, fuck you for loving her, fuck you for wanting to do the best for her. I don't care because she's a dangerous animal who deserves to be put down. And it's fucking awful. It is just, I'm trying to keep my emotions in check here, and I've been going off script the entire past couple of minutes, but yeah. That's BSL and it's bullshit, and thankfully some places have been turning it around. Recently Denver has lifted BSL, so it's a little bit better now. You still have to have some stupid fucking card because people still don't trust pit bulls, but at least there are dogs finding a home, and the view on what we affectionately call our velvet hippos is becoming much better. While I am becoming more sensitive to things like BSL and Jewel, and I can no longer stand it when people look at her like a monster, for every person who's stupid enough to look at her and be scared of her for whatever bullshit reason, like her breed, there's 10 more complete strangers who absolutely love her and just want to pet her and call her a big baby because that's all she is. She's just really affectionate and she wants a lot of attention, and that's why you can hear her so much in the background of this video. So as you can tell, I'm really emotional and sensitive right now because I'm in that stage of Jewel's life where every moment needs to be savored, and BSL is telling me none of that matters, that she doesn't matter, that my love for her and utter loneliness without her doesn't matter. And here's the thing about dogs. You don't adopt a dog in your life or in your home just to have them for fashion or vanity. That's absolutely toxic, and people like that don't deserve anything good that comes to them because they are fucking monsters for how they mistreat animals. You adopt a dog because you want someone or thing to love, and dogs do that. They are unconditionally affectionate and loving. They just want love. They want belly rubs, they want food, they may or may not want baths, but all they want is to be loved. And the reason why dogs become so aggressive, like a lot of dogs who are rescued from dog fighting, is because they spent their life absolutely devoid of love. But even the most aggressive of animal can change and be the most loving and affectionate doggo that ever has been. The entire time Jewel and I have been together, she's been a sweetheart who's only wanted love, and that's all I try to give her. Jewel isn't some dangerous animal. She's a companion I've had by my side for years, and she's really wants affection right now, and I'm so sorry you can hear her in the background. But this is why I love her. I love her for how she bothers me and tries to take me away from my hobbies and my schoolwork so she can have belly rubs. I love how she curls up at my feet while I'm working on my computer or reading my book. I love how she snuggles next to me. I love when she gets into bed with me. I love hearing her snore. I love taking her for walks and giving her baths and fixing her lunches. I love everything about Jewel, and I refuse to let anyone tell me otherwise. I refuse to have anyone say she doesn't matter, she's just a dog, don't get so attached. No, you stupid fucking heartless monster. That's not why I wanted Jewel, and that's not why I'm going to give her up so easily. I need her and she needs me, and I love my dog. I love Jewel, and I'm her human, and she knows that. Sometimes you don't adopt an animal. Sometimes they adopt you. So when I read the strips about Buddy dying, they really hit me. Our dogs, they'll sadly go before we do. They're not meant to be with us our whole lives, and that's why we have to honor theirs and give them good ones in return. Because to us, 10 years is only a sliver of our lives, but to them, that's all they may get. When reading about Buddy's humans' bad days, I see myself. When laughing about Buddy's humorous mindset and positivity, I see Jewel. But when I see Buddy die, I see the next few months or the next few years. And I remember the past. I remember Kane and Jazz, and I remember Jewel and all the fun that we've had. And I'm not really looking forward to the day where she's going to leave this world, and I don't want to be told I can get another dog. I will adopt another dog, but I can't just move on like that. I loved Kane and Jazz so much, but it took me about 2 years to finally move on from Kane's death and adopt Jewel. So when I read this comic, I really feel it all. I feel me and Jewel and that bond that we have, and I remember some of the best moments and some of our most fun times and some of my favorite stories about her. And now that she's approaching the end, I really don't know what I'm gonna do without her sometimes. So I need to end this video before I begin crying. If you've made it this far, I'm sorry I went on a tangent there. I really went off script. So thank you for listening to me. And if you were kind of hit by or connected to this in some way, I really hope it helped you. If you're looking to adopt a dog and want to know the process on how to do it and how to take care of it, you can join my Discord server or check me out on Twitter and just ping me, and I'll be more than happy to help and provide resources, because I've been with dogs my whole lives. And remember, people, adopt, don't shop. And seriously, fuck fucking BSL. And if you want to take actions, I will leave sources linked below, because I'm sick and tired of this bullshit and I'm ready to start fighting. Like, seriously, I'm done. I'm so fucking done with this fucking bullshit. In short, Hey Buddy is a great comic, and it really was the comic I needed right now, and I still do. I've been reading and rereading this comic so much lately, and thank you so much to the creators for making this, because this has really helped me so much lately. Of course, I'm going to continue to love Jewel for the rest of her life, and yes, Portia, we're going to be making those Jewel vlogs for you and the internet, because we need a little bit more to remember her by. So this is Ari and Jewel. Hey Jewel, you want to say bye? You want to say bye? And we'll see you in the next video. Hey Jewel, say bye Jewel. Say bye Jewel. Yes. Yes, Jewel says bye. Jewel says bye. That's a good, ooh, okay, that was a cough. Bye.